Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about MPP, which is the massive parallel processing architectures, which is getting involved in various different data warehousing platforms. One important thing to know is all about massive parallel processing. Since we saw till now, we saw various things like the data processing is going to be the key. Why? Because we are going to deal with massive amounts of data in the case of the data warehouse. To provide this, I am taking a simple example. Let's consider a small table which holds the sales details for a specific product within a country. So this is how it is. Since for a better understanding, I took a cricket kind of stuff. So this is the total sales in India, and this is the total sales in Australia, and this is the total sales in Sri Lanka. So let us fire a simple SQL query. So this query, if I fire a query against this table, what it happens, it will give me the result, complete result of all the details which are stored in this table. So if I can do this using a traditional RDBMS, say like a typical Oracle system or a SQL server, so what it does, what is the time it took? It is like it goes through the sequential processing. So it reads this data and then the second data and then the third data. So it does the processing in a sequential way. Let's take a simple analogy, say like for a single row it took 1 second, means to process this complete data and to return this data to me, it will take minimum of around 3 seconds. So 1 second per row, so it will be 3 seconds. So to explain the massive parallel processing, I am taking one of the example, which is this is the Teradata's architecture. So Teradata is using something called as a shared nothing architecture, which provides the massively parallel processing capabilities. So in this case, if you can take, it is like the same data is stored in an different disks. Actually, that is what the shared nothing architecture is all about. So the data, it is like it is completely isolated and stored in an different disks actually. So these three rows are stored in three different disks. So these data can be processed in a parallel manner. So let's take the same example. Since here, if you can see, the three rows are stored in three different disks. So this data is not shared across each other, but there is a system in place on top which does the accumulation of data and all these things. So if I fire a same query, select star from table name, what it does, it takes that information and it comes and it will parallelly, it will send that information to each and every layer over here. So what it does, it's like it will do the same processing in each and every different layer, and it will took the data from there and it will be sent back. So if you take the same analogy over here, the parallel processing, what it does, if I take the same analogy of time taken to process one row is 1 second, since it is doing it in a parallel way, obviously what I can do, it is like I can take all these three rows in a single second itself. Why? Because the time taken is individual across each and everything, since they are processing the data in a parallel way. So this is what the massive parallel processing is all about. This technology is used across multiple different places, typically in various different data warehouses, say like Teradata, or say like traditional cloud warehouses like Redshift or Azure Synapse or even BigQuery. And also if you take Snowflake, the same concept of massively parallel processing is getting used in Snowflake as well. I hope this session has been informative for you. If you like this session, you please do comment, do like and do subscribe for my YouTube channel. This will help me to improvise my contents, and also this will help me to create more videos in a similar fashion. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.